Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm back with yet another video for the Otaku edition. Before I go, this is going to be my reading log for the month of January 2022. Before I go any further, please why don't you take some time, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my channel, and please of course don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time I post something new. With that out of the way, let's get down into it. This is all the stuff that I basically read in the month of Jan. So yeah, let's start with that. First up on my list, I have Eden Zero Volume 13. The previous volume 12, we started off the new arc. We got an idea of where they're headed. Volume 13 takes that further. Now in this volume, we see them land on this planet, and obviously it's like a beach planet where there's nice sunny beaches, and they have some underwater adventures. They find out that they decide that they're going to go to meet Mother. Shiki decides that he's going to go to meet Mother, just as evil Ziggy, who's evil right now, also decides it. The artwork in this is fantastic. They take help from one of the people they crossed paths with before. I believe he was part of Drake and Joe's team. So they do ask him for his help, and they retrieve this artifact which is going to help them reach Mother. So they need to pass Dragonfall, and this is basically how they go past the Sakura cosmos into the other cosmos. I forgot the name of the other cosmos, but anyway, so this is basically their journey going forward. It didn't have much plot wise, it didn't further the story as much as I thought as it would. It just basically sets the groundwork. So I'm interested in seeing where Eden Zero goes. So yeah, that's Eden Zero Volume 13. Next up, we have volumes 14, 15 and 16 of Fire Force. Now Fire Force is like I've often said, it's my personal guilty pleasure. Now this volume follows after they leave the Chinese continent and they return. The main team, the Fire Force team that has set out to the Chinese continent returns, and they've discovered a whole lot of stuff and there's this big secret and this big mystery surrounding Amaterasu, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So we see them further investigating that. Inspector Licht, that's the science guy, decides to take things into his own hand. One of my favorite characters in Fire Force is without doubt Benimaru, Captain Benimaru, and we see him and Joker team up. I do believe this is covered in the season 2 of the anime. So we do see Benimaru and Joker team up, and they go up against the Holy Soul Temple. So that's where it is. Now I gotta say, okay, the cover of volume 16 can be slightly misleading, because though they have Benimaru and Conro on the cover, they don't really appear much in this particular volume. I think the team up between Benimaru and Joker is in 15. So yeah, we get a look into Joker's backstory, an idea of what his motivations are, where exactly he lies. He's more of the anti-hero sort of thing. So yeah, if you can look past the fan service, these volumes did not have that much fan service. I think volume 14 had a good deal. But besides that, if you look past the fan service, I do think this is worth giving a shot. The story is unlike anything I have ever come across, and I do think it's unique on its own. It builds the mystery up more and more upon layer on layer. And it leaves you wanting to know what's going to happen. I do believe this series is in its final run, and this is going to be this mangaka's Atsushi Ukubo's last work. He does plan to retire after this. So I do hope he ends the series on a strong note. I think volume 24 or 25 is out currently. So yeah, like I have often said, the one nitpick I have about this is the back covers. They are all very much the same. They're all the same, so yeah. But the recent volumes have had different covers. So far, we've had only one character who dominates the cover, and all of them have the same stylistic look. But the new volumes, I think 23, 24, 25 that are coming out have a slightly different look, and I do prefer those compared to this. So yeah, Soul Eat. I'm sorry, Fire Force. I do suggest you give it a go. Look past the fan service if you can, because it's got a really compelling story to it, and I would definitely recommend. Next up, I have the Bleach Omnibus volumes 40, 41, 42. So this is knee deep into the Espada arc. Ichigo faces off Ulquira, and we see the culmination of that battle, and also we see a few side battles between the captains and a couple of the Espadas, the ones that are on Karakura town. Now, I gotta say, this volume was a bit underwhelming for me. I really expected, I haven't reached this part yet in the anime. I do want to read the manga before I watch the anime further ahead. But, where was I? Yeah. This battle between Ulquira and Ichigo, it was a bit anticlimactic for me. I really expected it to be pretty big, because I know from what I've heard, Ulquira is supposed to be a total badass, and I personally, I enjoyed the Grimmjow Ichigo fight more than the Ulquira Ichigo fight. I don't know how it turns out in the anime, but yeah, I thought the Grimmjow Ichigo fight was better worked out. The Ulquira Ichigo fight seemed to end so anticlimactically. I do think they could have given it a bit more space to breathe. So yes, that's that. And we finally see Ichigo facing off against Aizen, and we've got those the Soul Reapers who were Shiniga, who underwent holification under the leadership of Shinji. So they also make an appearance. So yeah, things are heating up. I think the next omnibus edition that I'm reading, yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes. So yeah, Bleach 3-in-1 editions, volume 40, 41 and 42. Spy X Family, volume 5. Now I straight away got to apologize for the state my volume is in. My dog, she managed to get her teeth on this, and she likes to chew stuff. She's in her teething phase, so she managed to get a hold of this, and she ruined the cover. Luckily, none of the stuff inside got, none of the content or the pages inside got damaged. So, we meet, this guy here is Yuri. He is Yor's brother, and he does not approve of Yor and Twilight's marriage as such. So Spy Family, basically, I've told you the story before. I will put up a blurb if you want. Or no, what the heck, I'll just explain it to you. So we've got this fake family the spy sets up. He needs to accomplish his mission, so he sets up a fake family. He's got a daughter, a wife. Unknown to him, the wife's an assassin, the daughter's a telepath, and neither the husband nor the wife know any of this, but the daughter knows, because obviously she's a telepath. And this is the daughter right here, and this is the guy, the kid who this little girl needs to get close to. His father is a top shot somewhere. So yeah, so in this volume, there are obviously, with this series, there's lots of hijinks, there's lots of fun, there's action, there's adventure. In this particular volume, we are introduced to a new character named Nightfall, who, yeah, I believe this is her, Nightfall. She is also a spy, and she's head over heels in love with Twilight, our main spy, the guy who plays the dad, let me find. And she sees Yor as sort of a hindrance. She feels she's going to be better than Yor as the mother figure. So that comes into play. Now, so far as we've gone in this volume, I don't think there is much romance. There's nothing. They hint at something very, very lightly, but it's not there. You can take it either way. But I have a feeling, I really do have a feeling, I have not read volume 6 yet. I do have volume 6. I believe volume 7 comes out, if I'm not sure, March or April. So what I am assuming there's going to be something between Twilight and Yor. I do think there are going to be feelings budding there, and I think Nightfall is going to feel threatened by her. She already does. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing where it goes. I won't be disappointed if there is something between Yor and Twilight, but yeah. So Spy Family Volume 5, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Next up, I have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 10. Now, I don't want to show some artwork because this is beyond where the anime is, obviously. With this volume, we sort of, we are entering the Shibuya. If the stage is set, we get an idea of what, we at the end of this volume, we as of yet don't know what exactly Geto is planning. We do know that it has something to do with Gojo, and basically this volume sets the stage for the Shibuya arc and starts it off, gives a light nudge and starts it off. It's basically like placing all the pawns on all the pieces on a chessboard, positioning it and getting it ready for the actual event. Volume 10, we get an idea of, it picks up after volume 9, where we have an idea of who the mole is, and who the person who has betrayed, who has betrayed the Jujutsu Tech sorcerers, who's the mole for Geto among the in the Jujutsu school of sorcery. So we get an idea of who that is. We did get a tease about it at the end of the anime, where we know that there is a mole, someone is bartering information. So we get an idea of who that is in this, and that's basically that part of the story plays out. And like I said, it sets up the Shibuya arc, puts all the pieces in place, and it is about to kick off in full-fledged. So Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 10, I will never suggest that you don't read this. It is definitely an extremely interesting read. High action, high octane, typical shonen fare, but I personally enjoyed a good deal. Next up, this is a new series for me. Volumes 1 to 4 of Love of Kill. So I binge read all these. No, I think I read 1, 2, 3 on one day and then 4. Now the thing I noticed about Love of Kill, okay, basically I'll give you a premise. We've got these two assassins. They are in opposing sides of the spectrum. They are on opposing teams, and this guy's got feelings for her. As of right now, that's just, as of now it's a love-hate relationship between him and, she basically doesn't like him. But he's always, flirting with her, trying to, get on her good side and stuff. And she's just totally confused. She's not showing interest right now, but I do think she's got feelings. But there does seem to be some secret past between these two. But the girl Chateau doesn't seem to have any memory of it. So there's that mystery element to it that's really interesting. Now, one thing I gotta say about this particular series, it's a bingeable series. Like when I spaced it out between a space of 2-3 days, I had to sort of reread what I read previously before I continued with the story. Somehow it did not stick in my head. I don't know why. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the plot and where it's headed. I liked it. But I don't know why. Maybe it's just a personal thing. But first I read volume 2 and I waited for 3-4 days and then read volume 3. I had to reread bits of volume 2, a good deal of volume 2 to get where I am exactly and continue with volume 3. That generally I tend to remember where I have left off in a manga volume or anything. So generally I don't have that, but this particular series, I had to do that. I had to go back, read a little, and then push on further ahead. Then only I could get the actual thread of the story. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's something, it's just me. But let me know if you guys have ever feel like that with any series. And let me know in the comment section down below which series those are for you. By no means do I mean that I didn't enjoy this. I enjoyed what I read. So yeah, Love of Kill, I'm enjoying it. How far? Tell you one thing, the mystery is what hooks me. It's what keeps me coming back wanting more of this. The romance so far has been pretty much one-sided, but I am interested in seeing where this goes. So Love of Kill volumes 1, 2, 3, 4. The artwork is pretty good. The action sequences are fun. They are interesting. I like these little, she gives these little chibi drawings the artist keeps giving. I do believe this was a webtoon. Sure, it was a webcomic of some sort, and then it was picked up a physical release. So it's always nice to see creators who originally start off as webtoons and stuff like that, who do get their work published physically. I'm sure that's a dream of every author. So yeah, Love of Kill volumes 1 to 4. Next on my reading, on what I read is Death Note, Black Editions, Omnium 4. That is, it's got volumes 7 and 8 in it. Okay, Death Note. I feelings about this, where volume 3 ended off. Okay, straight off the bat, I don't remember if 3 was in last month's video or okay, it was interesting. Where 4 picked up, yeah, I'm having mixed feelings about where it's headed right now. It started off really strong. I enjoyed how much what happened. Then it took a weird turn. It took such a weird turn, and I was a little confused. Because the characters were not acting the way they would normally do, but we kind of get a better idea on volume 4 why it is like that, why the characters are behaving in such a manner. And like I said, this is like a mind game, but one major character gets knocked off in this volume, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys to know what happened and who got knocked off. But I don't know. I don't know if this benefits by the loss of that character, because that character was really key, and I thought that character played a very major role in the progression of the story. But I am interested. They've introduced some new characters. As of now, I don't know what to think about the main antagonist that's turned up. I mean, the antagonist to another character who has turned up, who seems to be opposing Light, Yagami. So I don't know how to feel about this character. I call Mello. I don't know how to feel about him yet. I've not seen enough of him. I do like the other new character they've introduced, the character named Nia. So yeah, I don't know whether I should show you stuff too, because I'm not sure. I don't want to give away a major spoiler, because there's a huge twist that happens in this that yeah, it's best if you experience this on your own. I haven't gotten very far. This is much beyond where I was in the anime. Like I told you, I dropped the anime in the beginning of season 2 because I just did not like the direction, and that was kind of what threw me off in the manga also a bit. But now I realize why those characters were acting the way they were. So yeah, Death Note volume 4. Of course, I got a lot of this is very wordy. It's very word heavy. So if that's not your thing, but I would suggest you give this a go. It's definitely a classic. If mind games and manipulations and like psychological warfare, particularly one character trying to one up the other character, like I commonly say, like a Sherlock Holmes and James Moriarty kind of vibe. If you want something like that really does it for you, give Death Note a try. You will not regret it. Oh, one more thing about Death Note, this character Misa Amani, I will say one fallback of Death Note. The female characters are just they're pretty much side characters, tack-on characters. They don't seem, I don't know whether the term you can use is the authors do them dirty or what, but I'm not the female characters are not strong. None of them. I've not come across a single female character who's strong. There is one character who seems to be slightly good. Who seems to be strong, but yeah, she doesn't last very long. So particularly I get really bugged with this character, Misa Amane. I don't know if you can see. she's really irritating. She's got moments where she acts not like the imbecile she is, but yeah, I find her really annoying, plainly. And I don't know, there are no strong female characters in this. I think it could have benefited if there was a strong female character, but we will see moving on ahead. So I've blabbered on about Death Note Volume 4, Black Edition. Now my final read this month was The Witch and the Beast Volumes 1, 2 and 3. Now I will straight off tell you guys, had I had more of the series, I would have definitely binged the whole thing. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. We've got our two main characters, Ashaf, I believe his name is pronounced as, and Gido. Gido is a total badass. I love her. Okay, she's really hard as nails. Okay, and follows these two characters. They're a duo. They're a team. Ashaf always has this coffin. If you can see here, he always has this coffin that he carries around. And Gido, she's had a curse placed on her. And this curse was placed on her by a witch. In this world, witches are evil. Well, most of them are evil. The ones we've come across so far at least. So she's had a curse put on her by a witch. And the two of them pair up to go and get this curse removed. At the same time, they work for a particular organization which deals with all magic and witch related problems. And basically, she is working for them because that's a way she can find the witch who placed the curse on her. So she's sort of reluctantly helping them out. She wants to find that witch and get the curse removed. In the same time, it's like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, something like that. So that's the relationship between her and this organization. We do get a lot of world building. Now I want to straight off show the art. The art is amazing in this. It's not what I expected. This is dark gothic fantasy at its peak. I have mentioned before, whoever this artist is, the eyes they draw are very, very unique. And I think it lends itself to this art style very well. Now straight off the bat, when I first thought about it, I thought, okay, it's going to be when I first read a few pages, I was like, okay, is this going to be horror? Is it going to be something like that? But those who know me know I can't stomach horror. I'm a wimp when it comes to such things. I get nightmares, so I stay as far away from horror as possible. Kind of the reason why I don't ever even go near Junji Ito works. But I digress. I was a little scared with Witch and the Beast, but it was pretty palatable to me. I could dig it. I enjoyed the heck out of these volumes. Volume 2 takes a departure from our main duo. Though they are on the cover, it does follow another pair, a necromancer and her assistant. So it follows them. So it strays away from our two main characters. Now at first I thought, why are they, following someone else? Shouldn't the story be focused on our two characters, on Gido and Ashaf? But I thought it was pretty good, though it was a sidestep from the main story. I don't know, maybe it'll work in later. But I enjoyed it, even though it was like a side story. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm generally not the kind who likes these side stories and filler episodes, but I enjoyed it. And I will say, had I had more of this, I would have read it. And spoiler alert for the next haul, I have ordered these, the remainder of the volumes that are out. And to my friend who had suggested this in the comments, I had already placed an order for these just before this my viewer had commented, and I appreciate that you liked it, and I guess we've got similar taste in manga, because I really enjoyed this and I will wholeheartedly endorse it and recommend it to anyone who's into this gothic fantasy, magic, sorcery, witches and stuff like that, and action. This is gonna be for you. So that's Witch and the Beast volumes 1, 2 and 3. Now, I know I said that was the last one, but my actual last set of stuff that I read was the Silent Voice box set. Now, I did do an unboxing for this. I will leave a link, a card somewhere up so that you can check out that unboxing. Silent Voice, I know, is a classic for in the manga community. I had heard that this manga will cause you to shed tears. I didn't believe it. Okay. Straight off, let me tell you, it is very easy to make me cry. I got it straight off, put it straight out of there. It is easy to make me cry. I can cry at the smallest sentimental things, okay? But I didn't expect that to come out of a manga. But when I read Silent Voice, it was so touching, so poignant. I have never undergone, no, I did. Kind of when in my college days, I did undergo stuff. But in school days, I never had this problem. But it's issues like this, like bullying, need to be addressed, particularly here in India, where you have this ragging problem that goes on. Those of you who are from India, you probably have an idea what ragging is. I personally have not had bad experiences with ragging, nor have I had experiences with bullying in school. But I have seen people who have been bullied, and need I say, I do feel bad about it. Once or twice I have indulged in it myself, and I really, really hate myself for this. I wish I had not done it. I wish I could go back, meet those friends of mine and tell them, see, I regret doing this. I regret having indulged in this. So yeah, this made me look at things from a different perspective. Even though our main character girl is hearing impaired, that I don't know how to voice it. I just know that if I want to say what I did was bad, and I'd really like to apologize to those classmates of mine, or to those school friends of mine whom I did. I really did. This manga seriously brought a tear to my eye multiple times. It's heart-wrenching. It's a bittersweet tale, and I recommend you read this. Please give a Silent Voice a shot. In the end, it is this guy picks on this girl. She's hearing impaired, and he makes it when they're younger, in middle school, I think. He starts bullying her, making fun of her and all that. So much so that this young girl is forced to leave the school. And now our main character Shoya, he becomes the object of everyone's bullying following that, because she leaves because of him. And then a lot of things happen, and I'll tell you, even a lot of the teachers the teacher in this was also he was negligent, which luckily for me, none of my lecturers or my teachers were that type. They were always, I believe they were the sympathetic type. None of them ever endorsed this bullying, but I do see where it comes from. And this boy, after she leaves, he becomes the object of all the bullying. He has a terrible life, and then he meets her later on in life, once he's entered high school, and how she changes his life, he changes her life. In the end, it's a redemption story. And if there's one thing I love, it's a redemption story. And it brings you to tears, yet you end this entire series with a smile on your face. It touched me to such an extent. The art is amazing. I have not watched the anime, but I do plan on watching it. It was eye-opening for me. It made me realize a lot of things, and I feel bad for having picked on people in my youth. And I'd like to, if any of them are listening, I would definitely apologize to them. But guys, bullying is bad. Do not indulge in it. So yeah, Silent Voice. I think I've gone on and on about this, but it really connected me on such a visceral level that I just had to definitely give this a shot. Read this. It's really nice. It's heart-wrenching. It's sad at the same time. It ends on a happy note. It's poignant. It's something everyone should experience. If manga is not for you, I've heard the anime is pretty good. I personally have not seen it. go watch the anime. Do give this a shot. So Silent Voice, yeah. With that, on that note, I'd like to end this manga reading log wrap up sort of thing. So I read a lot of good stuff this month. Honestly, I didn't have anything. Most of the stuff I read, I enjoy because I'm really picky about what I pick, what I read. So I would recommend most of the series that I have read this month. So before I end, you can hit me up on my social media accounts, links in the description down below. They're also up on the screen. Twitter, you can hit me up on Mercy_D, Instagram at Mercy_SD. Check out my Funny Pajamas Facebook page, simply at funny.pajamas. My email is also up, so if you want to contact me by email, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you guys. Simply on mercy@funny-pajamas.com. Pajamas with a Y. I love doing these reading logs. I know that they don't get the maximum views, but they're fun recapping what I've read, what I've experienced in the form of manga over the course of the month. It's nice to look over it in retrospect and see what I've read. It gives me an idea of what type of mood I was in during that particular month. So yeah, I'd love to hear you guys. What have you read in the month of Jan? What are you planning to read in Feb? How does your TBR look? Any recommendations that you suggest I should do, that I should check out? I'd love to hear from you guys. So that's all I have for you right now. I'm going to end with that. End on that note. I hope this particular manga got me in the feels, but yeah, I definitely recommend all these things. Definitely check out my other videos. They will be up on my YouTube channel. That's all I have for you right now. I am going to end. I'm not going to blabber anymore because I know I'm going to bore you guys. Anyway, that's it for me. This is Mercy signing out. Bye. Have a good one, everyone.